Gonna start out with some good old-fashioned plinking. Here we go. Patang! 700. All right. What is going on, everyone? Riddict here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. Today we have the Umarex Synergis. Some of you may have seen I was trying to get my hands on the Synergis Elite. That didn't exactly pan out, so I figured we better get the original Synergis. That way, when I do get the Elite version, we can then compare the two. But here we have the original Synergis. No open sights here. Comes with a 3.9 by 40 pack-in scope. All right, with a little pick rail on the top there. This is an underlever action. This is the 22 caliber version. It does use 12 round magazines. Go right there. Your safety is a cross bolt safety. Nice little rubber butt pad on the back there. All polymer, but kind of not as solid as some of the other ones we've seen in the past, but still not too bad. A little front heavy with that underlever action. Not too bad. They claim upwards of 900 FPS with this. Of course, we're going to find that out when we get to that point. But all we're going to do now, we're going to head down to the range, start out with some plinking. Here we go. So we're down here on the range with the Umarex Synergis. Just going to start out with some good old-fashioned plinking. So, here we go. All right, let's go right here. Patang! Now I want to point out, when you're using this, you want to, when you cock the arm, you just want to go right after it. Bam, bam, up. Because if you hesitate, or kind of slow down at any point, there's always the chance you're going to load 2 pellets. And that's not what you want. All right, Black Diamond. Come on now. Pong. It's patinging. All right, so let's go, and what we're going to do next is check the ambient audio. There we go, ambient audio. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's not super quiet, but it's not bad at all. Let's do one more ambient audio. Well, there you go. Like I said, not too bad. So now we'll go ahead and head up the hill. We'll get some crony numbers. We'll do a trigger pull test. Then we'll come back down, do a little bit of accuracy.
Oh yeah, I'm getting all that data.
What's going on over there?
Huh? Uh-oh.
If you thought Billy was bad, trust me, data broker Billy is even worse. And that brings me to today's sponsor, Aura. Did you ever Google your own name, Google yourself? I mean, tons and tons of information comes up. It's just out there wide open for anybody to get their hands on. Your full name, email, home address, health records, trust me, it's all out there. And honestly, guys, look, I have been scammed. My personal data has been stolen, and it wasn't that long ago. It's no fun, so that's why I've been using Aura. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. It protects me from the hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. I get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, which is great if you have children, believe me, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up, and best of all, you get everything at one affordable price. Nothing is more important than protecting your personal data. Just go to aura.com/OTSA to get your free 14-day trial. Trust me, you don't want Hacker Billy coming after you. You don't want Data Broker Billy coming after you. He is probably the worst Billy there is. So I'd like to thank Aura for sponsoring today's video. All right, we're up here in the backyard. We're gonna do a little bit of chronograph testing. We're just gonna be using the JSB Jumbo Express that we have been using. They are a 14.35 grain, so middle of the road weight on a 22 pellet. And we're just gonna see what we get here. That's all we're gonna do today as far as that goes. Test these 14.35 grain. See what we get. They claim upwards of 900 FPS with this. Of course, with alloy. So we'll see. We'll see what we get with the lead 14.35. 690. Well, that ain't nowhere near 900. You'd have to have a pretty lightweight alloy pellet to hit that 900. So it's over here. Do another one. 706. 706. It's not bad. I mean, it's not that bad. Could be better. Could be worse, too. Could be a lot worse. Let's do another one here. 700. Alright, well, that pretty much tells me everything I need to know. We are getting about 700 FPS average here with the 14.35 grain pellets in 22. So, not terrible by any means, but definitely not that great. They claim upwards of 900 FPS. I'm kind of, honestly, slightly disappointed because Umarex usually is pretty good about their FPS claims. Most anything I've tested in the past by Umarex has pretty much hit that advertised FPS, not even with alloy, but with like lead. So kind of disappointed that we're only hitting 700 here. We'll try another one. Let's try one more, just for good measure. Yeah, 699. Hey, it's consistent. It's right there at that 700 mark. So it definitely is consistent. But yeah, 14.35 grain, 700 FPS. It's about the same as the 3622, Crossman 3622. So, I mean, not terrible, but could be better, right? All right, got the wheeler trigger gauge. Let's do trigger pull. Trigger pull test. About 4 pounds, 9.9 ounces. Doubt you can see that. Maybe you can. Yeah, 4 pounds, 9.9 ounces. It is slightly heavy trigger, I will say. It's not that great, but it's also not terrible. This is kind of like the theme with this thing, man. Kind of like the theme with this bad boy. It's not great. It's not terrible. Could be better, but it's serviceable. Middle of the road. Seems like middle of the road's about the theme we're working with here with the old Umarex Synergis. One more trigger pull test. That one was 3 pounds. That was a little better. 3 pounds, 1.4 ounces. So 3 pounds, 1.4 ounces on that one. Pretty much middle of the road so far. It's kind of the theme with this. Middle of the road, the Synergis. Let's see if it's middle of the road on the accuracy. Let's head back down to the range. All right, we're back down here on the range. We're gonna do a little bit of accuracy. Got target set up there about 25 yards, and see what we get here. Here we go. All right. Oh, hitting a little high. There we go. There we go. This wind, it just loves to mess with me, I swear. All right, here we go. All right. Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. I like that. Oh, one was just a little off. No biggie. There we go. You know, for a gas ram, it sure does feel like a Springer. It's not, though. It's a gas ram. She's got some jump to her. All right, now we're looking good. Now we're looking good. We'll do one more. One more here as the wind picks up as usual. All right, come on. Huh. All right, not too bad. I'm not going to go out much farther than 25 with this scope they provide. Definitely going to need something better to go out farther. But for 25 yards, I'd say max 25 yards with this scope, because I have tested it out further, and it's just, once it gets out a little further, it's just not doing much. But definitely, you put a nicer scope on here, you're going to be able to go out plenty far. But with what you get off the shelf, not too bad at 25 yards. If you're doing any pesting or anything like that at 25 yards or less, good to go. Looks pretty good to me. All right, so there it is, the Umarex Synergis. Pretty accurate, definitely at 25 yards, pretty accurate. Like I said, kind of middle of the road. It's really kind of a middle of the road, it's just there. It does what it's supposed to, and I like it. I do like it, but it is kind of middle of the road in my opinion. But that's not always a bad thing. So, with that said, we'll catch you all down the road.